Hello and welcome to State Soccer Lander fans. Hope you're having a beautiful start to your day. I know I am. Live from Cheyenne, Wyoming. This morning, we're taking a look at our contest against the Douglas Bearcats. Now, this broadcast is going to be a little bit different today. I know you're used to seeing the video stream, but due to some contracts through an out-of-state streaming company, we're unable to do that today. So we are doing a traditional radio broadcast. Wasn't going to leave you hanging. Not about to do that. I'm Rusty Wirtz with the Wind River Radio Network. You normally hear me over on KTAK. Today, following the Lander Valley Tigers with the first bout of this entire tournament against the Douglas Bearcats. Now, we're going to go off of some Max Prep stats, so thank you, Max Preps. Lander currently sitting overall 8-6. Douglas Bearcats 8-2 for the season so far. Now, Lander, they're rocking a strong team today. They have their full lineup, and there were some concussion issues, but now we're going to see a great starting lineup and, of course, a great start to this match. It's a beautiful day here in Cheyenne. I almost said Casper, excuse me. Taking a look at the schedule, we're at North Cheyenne Community Park right now. It's going to be Douglas and Lander Valley, and then the winner of this match will go on to the semifinals. So that's coming after this. Another match happening directly after this one will be the Worland and Rollins game, which will be a match to watch as well. We're going to take a quick break and recognize some of our great local sponsors right here on the Wind River Radio Network in WYO Today.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Lander Labs is here to keep our Wyoming community strong. With the power of true science and innovative testing, Lander Labs can help you navigate COVID-19 in several ways. COVID tests are available to anyone. Travel tests are available and can give you the results same day or in up to 48 hours. If you can't afford a test, Lander Labs received a grant from the Lander Community Foundation offering free testing to those who qualify. After you get your COVID shot, antibody tests can be used to ensure your vaccine is protecting you the way it was intended.
Lander Labs, keeping Wyoming strong.
Attending college at Central Wyoming College's Alpine Science Institute is the perfect place to be during a pandemic. You can live in a cabin and be socially distanced in the beautiful foothills of the Wind River Mountains. The Alpine Science Institute is a multi-use educational and recreational center for degrees in outdoor education, outdoor recreation, environmental science, anthropology, and expedition science. Don't let a pandemic stop you from pursuing a degree that is full of adventure. Go to www.cwc.edu/alpinescience and make your way.
Central Bank & Trust is a proud supporter of Lander Valley Soccer. With 3 branches in Fremont County, their mission is to help develop Wyoming communities with Wyoming values. From opening your first checking account to taking out a loan for a new business venture, Central Bank & Trust is your local bank and lender. Central Bank & Trust brings top-of-the-line technologies to their customers with chipped debit cards, mobile deposit, QuickBooks integration for businesses, online bill pay, and more. Central Bank & Trust. It's more than a bank, it's a community. Visit centralbankandtrust.com. Good luck and go Tigers.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, car, or business, you can count on Mountain West Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. You deserve a local agent who is dedicated to helping you with all of your insurance needs. And that's what you'll get with Jake Hunke, your local Farm Bureau agent. Jake Hunke offers the quality products and services you're looking for. Visit his new location at 450 Main Street in Lander or call 307-332-3295 and discover the advantages of working with a local agent. Trust experience. Trust Farm Bureau.
Welcome back here on the Wind River Radio Network in WYO Today, talking state soccer. It's the first contest of the day. It's the Douglas Bearcats facing off against your Lander Valley Tigers. I'm going to turn down our field mic. It's getting a little bit of a breeze here at the stadium. Well, it's actually just the pitch today. We're at Cheyenne Park, and it's a gorgeous park. I have to say that. Well maintained, and we're going to see this contest, which looks so far not to be a bad matchup. So if we're taking a look, we talked about this, but Tigers 8-6, Bearcats 8-2. If we're taking a look at some of the team leaders, according to Max Preps, thanks Max Preps, Sam Welsh leading the team in goals, and that's the, excuse me, where is he at there? And then Camden Nickel leading the team in assists, Matisse Weaver with 40 shots taken, and Otis Beeson with steals. So just putting that out there, pretty solid matchup for these two teams today. I'm actually parked on the side of the hill next to the bleachers, so I'm excited to be here and so very stoked to watch Lander play today. And the girls will take off today as well. So if we're taking a look, let me find the girls bracket. All right, so girls today gonna play. I know their first game's against Riverton. That starts at 2 o'clock. Now, if you're in Cheyenne, head over to that one. That will be Lander and Riverton rivalry soccer right off the bat. So that will be a great game to watch and or listen to right here with the Wind River Radio Network. That's going to be at 2 o'clock. And then the winner of that game will go on to the semifinals. And the loser go to the consolation semifinals. We'll have all of the games here. And I'm stoked to be here today. Taking a look at the weather today, 56 degrees right now. As we get a little farther into the day, though, it looks like toward 6 o'clock it's going to get a little cooler and a possible chance of rain. So glad to say I packed my umbrella. We're going to get ready for the starting lineups here in just a minute. But first, some of our local sponsors.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When you're looking for a great deal on a new or used car or truck, think Fremont Toyota. Shop over 1,000 vehicles from 12 manufacturers you know and love. Plus, they give you their best price up front, so you can be sure you're getting the best deal possible. And their state-of-the-art service facilities and expert technicians come with their 1-year hassle-free maintenance plan with all new vehicles. Fremont Toyota, they're your friends and neighbors and proud to sponsor Lander Valley High School soccer. 103 Fremont Way in Lander. Visit FremontToyotaLander.com. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming. It is a gorgeous day, folks. Excited to be here and broadcasting the radio version of these events. If you're wondering why the best way to say that is the video portion of our normal broadcast is not here. There is a out-of-state streaming company that has exclusive broadcasting rights to these events. But however, I wasn't going to leave you hanging, so radio broadcast it is. Welcome live to the Wind River Radio Network broadcast. It's Lander and the Douglas Bearcats. Both teams are lined up. The visiting team will be the Tigers today. They're wearing their away white unis, and the Bearcats wearing dark blue unis with red trim. We'll start with the Lander Valley Tigers. Number 4, a sophomore for the Tigers, Silas Wheeler. Number 7, a senior for the Tigers, Parker Reed. Number 9, senior Gus Mosman. A senior. Number 10, Nico Loham. A junior, number 11, Ben Hamilton. A senior, number 17, McLean Hellier. A senior, number 19, Camden Nickel. A sophomore this year for the Tigers, number 33, Callum Wheeler. A sophomore, number 37, Matisse Weaver. And a junior, a number 46, Joe Hellier. And then being goalkeeper today for the Tigers is Cody Elliott. Now for the Bearcats. They're considered the home team today, lined up on our left. And they brought a cowbell. That's notable. Douglas is starting off with a junior, number 2, Jackson Moore. A senior this year, number 5, Camden Dalla. A sophomore, number 7, Jackson Hughes. A junior, number 11, Craig Thiel. A freshman, number 12, Luke Ewing. A senior, number 14, Mason Miller. A sophomore, number 22, Carson Ewing. A senior, number 27, Devin Carr. A freshman, number 29, Andreas Murillo. A sophomore, number 30, Kenai Bergquist. And a sophomore, number 33, Lane Ewing. There are 3 siblings in the starting lineups for Douglas today, so we'll try to keep those straight as much as humanly possible. I'm excited for this contest. It's going to be one for the books. They haven't played against the Bearcats yet this season. Both fairly similar in standings. And remember, later on today, we'll have the radio broadcast of the Lady Tigers facing off against the Riverton Wolverines. Now, that's going to be one to watch as well. So make sure that if you're in Cheyenne, you're heading there. And if not, keep it tuned right here to the Wind River Radio Network. And you'll see there is a scoreboard in the middle of the screen there. Starting off from the center will be Gus Mosman, rocking a haircut, I believe. Refs making sure they're all ready. And we're off. Gus will drop back, heads to the middle of the field with Loham, off to the near side with Hellier. Hellier drops back to McLean near the wing. Right now they're in the defensive third of the Tigers. Moving from left to right on your radio dial. Hamilton's going to send it down the side, ends up in midfield. It's going to be swiped away by Douglas. Moving down the side, there'll be a lob sent into the box. That coming off the foot of Lane Ewing. Cody Elliott's going to jog it out. Goes to the middle of the box. Rolls it out to the left, sending it to the far side of the field. Joe Hellier wearing his signature yellow cleats today. They'll take it to the side, out on Douglas, being brought back in by Joe Hellier. Goes into the circle. Matisse Weaver will drop back, keeping it out of Douglas's hands. Hamilton will send it forward. Goes off the foot that time of Luke Ewing. Hamilton tosses into the line, goes to Weaver. They'll drop back. Some airplay. Douglas will get ahead on it, sending it back past the 50. McLean Hellier sends left to Joe Hellier. They'll go downfield. A little too much power. Gets turned around by the Bearcats. Callum Wheeler trying to take it back to the circle. Gets swiped away. That was from Lane Ewing. Douglas dancing around the circle. They'll send forward. Gets turned around by Callum Wheeler. He'll take it to the near side of the field to Reed. Gets swiped by Bergquist. Douglas with forward motion along the near side, heading into the defensive third of the Tigers. It'll get turned around by Reed with a body block taken at the 50 with Bergquist. Some forward motion by the Bearcats. They'll get tripped up. Whistles. They'll be in favor of Lander. Taking the free kick. On the far side is McLean Hellier. Here will send forward with a well-placed lob, but it'll get headed back by the Bearcats. Now moving past the circle, a swing and a miss taken by Jackson Moore. Lander will take a swipe. Moveson now moving through midfield. He'll do a light chip that takes it to the defensive third of the Bearcats. Hellier will take it out at the far side. Douglas from the touchline. They're working the far side. A lob will take it about 30 yards. Rolling into the third of the Tigers. Callum Wheeler there. faced with opposition. It'll go out. Bearcats ball. Brought back in by Hughes. A lob taken. Douglas having some trouble getting it past the box. It'll go out in Lander's near wing. Douglas ball from the touchline and in. Gets tossed into Murillo. Weaver there to meet up with Murillo. A lob to the other side of the box, beaten on the far side, and a shot taken, caught by Cody Elliott. When you're looking for dependability behind the six, you can count on Elliott. Lander now moving to the defensive third of the Bearcats. Work by Canham Nickel, takes it to the wing, now near the end line. A swipe by Douglas will take it out of bounds. Breaking out the binoculars for the first time today, folks. 36 minutes and, well, just 36 minutes left to go now. Toss in from the Tigers gets met by the Bearcats. They'll take a lob, setting it in the air past the 50. Callum Wheeler from center circle comes to the near side with Hamilton. He'll try to meet up with Reed. That goes out past the sideline. Douglas ball being brought in by Bergquist. Douglas making it past the 50. Gets chipped away by McLean Hellier inside circle. Lander moving forward with Mosman. He drops back behind the 50 to Hamilton on the near side. Lobs forward, meets up with Ayers. Excuse me, that's Silas Wheeler, my apologies. Silas Wheeler will send it to the wing. They'll try to take a shot on goal with the Tigers, taken away by the goalkeeper, Craig Thiel. Out of bounds and Lander ball. Hamilton tosses into Weaver just past the 50, making progress on Douglas's side of the field. Lander will try to take a cross-field pass. That gets snatched by Douglas. They'll take a lob out of bounds at the 50. Plays on the near side of the field. Hamilton from the touchline. Sends into Silas Wheeler. He's faced with three opposing Bearcats. He'll send it forward. And a shot on goal taken by Weaver, and it's good! That takes this broadcast a 1-0 ball game against the Douglas Bearcats. With 34 minutes left in the first half of play, Lander up by 1 in this state championship match. That was a great move by Weaver. Went into the wing, did a chip just up and over Thiel, and was able to get in the back of the net. Douglas dropping back for the start of this one. Douglas moving forward with Luke Ewing, swiped away by Silas Wheeler. He'll send forward to Reed, gets met up by Bergquist, and chipped back to center circle. Silas Wheeler at the edge of the circle, fighting to keep control, sends forward to Mosman. He'll lob it forward inside the box. That gets a sliding save returned by Craig Thiel. After being taken out of the box, we have Camden Nickel in the wing. Silas Wheeler danced around the edge of the box. Douglas taking a moment before they lob it forward, rolling past the 50. There to meet it is Joe Hellier. His yellow boots, able to play keep away with Douglas. Lander making forward progress. Sends it to Nickel in the far wing. He's faced with opposition. That'll go out past the sideline. Lander ball. Joe Hellier from the touchline. Lowham will take it to midfield with Gus Mosman. He'll send forward with a shot on goal. Too far to the left. No good for the Tigers. A nice Lander crowd showed up today. Actually, great crowds for both teams for this game at state. I was trying to say Cheyenne, almost said championship. It's not the championship, folks. Lander with forward motion. making it to the edge of the box. Mosman will send it forward. Looks like he was trying to meet up with Loham. Shot and goal taken. A little too much power, goes up and over the goalpost. Brought back out. Craig Thiel will take his own GK. He'll send a kick. Meets the head of Parker Reed. Lander ball moving forward. He'll keep it in at the side. Moves to the wing. He's met up with opposition coming from Luke Ewing. He'll take it to just in front of the box. Shooting for Matisse Weaver. Couldn't make it happen. Joe Hellier on the far side. He drops back to Nickel. He gets double teamed and a swipe away for the Bearcats. Bearcats lob past the 50. Definitely an intense pace, a little faster than what we're used to seeing at the beginning of a match. Loham's going to try to swipe. Jackson Hughes says no thanks. Luke Ewing trying to move forward for the Bearcats. They're just in front of the box on Lander's side of the field. Joe Hellier will give it a lob back to center circle. Removes pressure for the Tigers. Forward motion by Silas Wheeler from the circle. Will get chipped away by Douglas. Dropping just before the circle on Lander's side of the field. Body block by Douglas taken. Not much motion going beyond center field at the moment. Attempted tackle by Douglas roused the crowd, and myself included. Looked a little intense. Lander from the touchline on the far side of the field. Throws into Joe Hellier. He'll take it past the 50. Punches it over to Loham. Now the near side with Hamilton. He'll send forward to Weaver. Weaver tries to get it over to Reed on the near side. That goes out of bounds. Douglas ball. Bergquist from the touchline. He'll toss it just before the 50. That bounces back inside the box. Silas Wheeler making headway. He'll drop back to Mosman, who takes a shot on goal, and it's good. Gus Mosman for the Lander Valley Tigers, making this a 2-1 ball game at State Soccer. No doubt I will, by the end of this tournament, lose my voice, so keep that in mind, folks. Great work by the Tigers today. Communication is on point, making it able to where they're to make this a 2-0 ball game against the Douglas Bearcats. Time will start again. Douglas inside the circle. Silas Wheeler with the coverage. Douglas able to make it through along the far side. Sends forward to Hughes. Hughes taking it to the wing. He meets up with McLean Hellier. Looks like that went off the foot of Hellier. Being brought in by Douglas from the corner. Looks like the corner kick is going to come in. I don't have a 24, unfortunately. Wondering if that might be Miller. Nevertheless, they swapped out. All right, so Lane Ewing going to take it from the corner kick. He sends a lob into the box. Plenty of heads there to try and meet the ball to roll into the near wing. Kept in by Callum Wheeler from the corner. Douglas ball moves forward. Chipped away by McLean Hellier. Excuse me, that was Ben Hamilton. Rolls back toward the 50, where it meets a lob from Douglas, setting it forward. That coming off the foot of Moore. Free kick for Lander. This time, McLean Hellier. He'll do a soft pass left. Joe Hellier on the far side. Sends to the center with Loham. Loham past center circle. Now to the defensive third of the Bearcats. Lander getting inside the danger zone, and a sliding swipe by Craig Thiel will keep it out of the back of the net. Did go past the end line, however. It'll be Mosman and Loham in the corner for the kick. Looks like taking the actual kick will be Loham. He'll make a precise kick, trying to get in front of the net. That gets up and over. No good for the Tigers. Thiel's going to take his own GK for the Bearcats. Goal kicks out. He'll send forward to the far side. Lander taken over at center circle. Forward to Reed. Reed's going to slide. Send it to the wing with Matisse Weaver. Some fancy footwork. Putting up the pressure on the Bearcats. Mosman and Reed now to the near corner in the defensive third of Douglas. Wind's starting to pick up here at the field. It's not a warm day. It is a warm day, but it's not a hot day. Mosman from the corner. He'll send it just left of the goal. It's getting headed around. Reed trying to get a screen around the ref. Whistles will be called. It's going to be in favor of the Tigers. 27 minutes to go in the first half of play. So far, score 2-0 in favor of Lander. Taking the kick was Mosman. Douglas able to take control. Forward movement near the 50 on the far side. Both Hellier brothers there to meet up with Douglas. They'll take it out of the sideline. I think he realized that there wasn't many Bearcats members on that side of the field with him. Moore on the side. Gets blocked out by Camden Nickel. Moore trying again through the center. Move the ball between his legs. Try to move forward and taken away by Loham with a nice move. Drops to Silas Wheeler in mid-circle. Weaver just in front of circle. Now starting to read the field. As an attempt comes from Douglas, he'll send it forward to Reed on the near side. Reed goes for a swipe a little bit too much. A little too eager there. Gets a call by the near side ref. It'll be Douglas ball with Kenai Bergquist. Bergquist sends forward, gets headed away by Hamilton, back past the 50. Now on Douglas' side of the field with Weaver. He's feeling out midfield. Tries to make it over to Reed. Bergquist turns it around. Douglas meeting up in center circle with Joe Hellier. He's able to send forward to the far side with Nickel. Forward movement by Lander. He'll get tripped up. Whistles a blow. Penalty on Douglas. They'll get set up. Loham's going to take the kick. He's met with a line of 3 Bearcats. The rest are in front of the goal. One hanging back. Shot a goal taken away by Thiel. And then again smothered out. The Douglas goalie not letting him get behind the net that easily. Forward movement by Douglas and a miss by McLean Hellier. It's a move he's done a million times before, but he was faced with a lot of coverage. Bearcats trying to rush in. Lander now moving down the far side with Callum Wheeler. That'll be taken out of bounds. Substitutions for both teams. For Lander, we have Donahue on the field. We also see Carter Ayers. Toss in from the Bearcats. Get returned to the side and then lobbed forward. It's into the far wing of the Tigers. Turned around again by Mason Miller. Now forward motion by Mosman. Aiming for center circle, gets swiped away mid-pass by Lane Ewing. Forward motion, taken that time by Trey Wren. It'll end up in Lander. Matisse moving forward through circle with a pass to Mosman. Mosman will chip it forward to Welsh. Welsh with a flick that sends it to the center with Mosman. He'll take it up and over the goal. No good for the Tigers. Substitution for the Bearcats. Trying to catch a number, but his hand is right in the way. In for the Bearcats is Andreas Murillo. Goal kick coming out. That'll be for Thiel of Douglas. A nice jumping change by Matisse Weaver. I kid you not, that kid just about jumped, I want to say, 4 feet in the air to get that ball. He'll go out at the side. Lander will bring it in. The time from McLean Hellier. Loham will go down after an attempt by Douglas, giving a free kick to the Tigers. Callum Wheeler, the one to take that, just at the edge of center circle on Douglas's side. He'll send it far side of the field to Joe Hellier. He'll move it forward to Welsh in the wing. It goes out past the sideline. Welsh from the touch. Goes into Mosman. He's met with pretty heavy coverage. Lobs just in front of the goal. Trying to get there. I believe that's Carter Ayers. Shot on goal taken, and Thiel there to meet it. He palms it down, picks it up, will run it to the edge of the box. To give the teams a chance to set up. Sends it forward, swiped by Donahue. Now moving near the box. He'll take it into the wing. He tries to get set up, falls to a knee. I have not seen the field myself. A shot on goal taken up and over the net, no good. Haven't actually scoped out the field myself, but I overheard some of the Douglas coaches talking about maybe some interesting grass on that side of the field. It is a grass field, by the way. Goal kick coming out from Douglas. He'll send it to the far side. That gets bumped out of bounds. Douglas ball again from Mason Miller. He tosses into Devin Carr. Forward motion by Douglas. Ends up in the hands of Joe Wheeler on the far side. Crosses the field. Perhaps trying to get to Hamilton. He'll step on the gas after Douglas gets a foot on it, sends it back about 30 yards. They'll both get tripped up. I think that's going to get called on Lander. It'll be a free kick, this time coming from Lane Ewing. Lane Ewing scopes out the field. He lobs in. There to meet it and catch the ball is Cody Elliott. It was a well-placed shot, but Cody Elliott was right in the spot that he needed to be. He'll take it to the edge of the box. Sends a lob high up into the air. There to meet it was Matisse Weaver. Also went off the head of Luke Skeen. Callum Wheeler will send forward from the Tigers box. Goes to center circle, meets up with Donahue. He'll send it to Welsh on the far side. A lob forward. You can see Coach Schaff on the sideline telling the boys to put the gas on it and get a fast break. Ball's going to get lobbed out of bounds. Out on Douglas. Corner kick for the Tigers. I can see Mosman in the corner. It's going to be taken by Welsh. Substitutions in for the Tigers. We have Otis Beeson. And over in the corner, who I'm trying to squint and see. I believe that's Nickelback. Ball's going to go just in front of the net from the corner kick. Looks like one of the Tigers ended up on their rear. No good for Lander. It'll go out from the goal. Beeson meeting it at the near side on Douglas' side of the field. Beeson drops to Loham in midfield. He'll take it forward. Uses Weaver as a screen. He's met up by a block by Douglas. They'll get caught up and lose the ball. Douglas sending forward to center circle. Looks like they were trying to meet up with Hughes. Lander takes it back. Loham dribbles to the wing. Nickel takes it around. Goes even with the goal. He'll take a tumble. Shot and goal taken by Loham. No good. Donahue will drop back. Meets up with Joe Hellier. And a body block taken by Douglas. That went off Trey Rinn. Substitutions coming in for the Bearcats. We see Bergquist return to the field. They also have Jackson Moore. Toss in from Bergquist on the far side. Gets stopped to gain control, realizing that Lander's making a lot of swipes mid-pass. Hellier from the far side at the 50. Goes to the center of the field to Loham. He'll take it to the near side with Beeson. Douglas taking control at the 50. They send forward. Cody Elliott coming forward to narrow down the angles. A shot on goal taken. No good from Jackson Hughes. Cleared away by Cody Elliott. He'll send it right to Beeson. Then forward to Carter Ayers. He's rocking his signature hot pink cleats. Douglas will drop it back into their own near wing. It'll be called, is it out on Lander? It's out on Lander. It'll be Douglas ball from the side. Douglas will move it forward just before the 50. Jackson Hughes dropping back, meeting a lob coming off the foot of Luke Ewing. That'll bounce its way back to the box of the Tigers, picked up by Cody Elliott and then sent forward. Joe Hellier at the side gets a return lob by Douglas. Jogging it out, Cody Elliott. He'll take a drop kick forward, landing on the opposite side of center circle. It's a lobbing game with some back and forth. It's back in the wing of the Tigers on the far side. Hellier sends left. That was pointless. That was Joe Hellier left to McLean Hellier. You don't realize what you're saying until you say it with play-by-play sometimes. Forward movement by Welsh through center. Goes just past the circle. Sends left to Donahue. Donahue hesitates for a second, sends it forward, and a shot on goal, and no good for the Tigers. A little too far to the right. It looked so good. Substitution in for the Bearcats. Returning to the field, we see Carson Ewing. Looks like that was a substitution. I was trying to catch who it was. Their uniforms with the dark trim and the red letters. A little hard to check. Moving on, we have forward motion by the Tigers on the near side. Carter Ayers will take a tumble. Goes into the wing with Loham playing keep away from Bergquist. Now Bergquist, a tall player. He's got long blonde hair and great agility when it comes to trying to keep coverage. Shot on goal taken by Donahue, body blocked by Douglas. Drops back to Welsh in midfield. Welsh will take a shot on goal again. Rolls too far to the right. Thiel will take the goal kick. Thiel sends to the near side. Douglas trying to keep control. Swiped away that time by Ayers. Substitutions. In for the Tigers, we see Parker Reed and Ben Hamilton back on field. I believe that's Stone King coming in for Bergquist. Out for the Tigers, Carter Ayers will take a seat along with Otis Beeson. Ben Hamilton from the near touchline. They'll send to center field with Loham. Welsh over to the left. Rushing forward is Joe Hellier. He'll play keep away. Almost gets tripped up. Matisse Weaver will make a move and then drop back. Douglas still keeping up the heavy coverage. Douglas taking control, moving through center circle. They'll send forward. Cody Elliott meeting up with it. Not enough Bearcats there to meet up with the pass, and that forward motion stopped by the Tigers. Cody Elliott sends it from the box to the 50. Douglas first to get a touch on it. They'll try to keep control. A move that sent him sitting on the ball with Lane Ewing. Eventually gets picked off by Lander. Forward motion from Loham. Punches it to Welsh, swiped away by Douglas. Douglas will lob it to the far wing of the Tigers. That'll go out, Lander ball. Joe Hellier from the touch. Sends in. Gets headed by Nickel. I'll stay near the sideline where it goes out. Joe Hellier's ball, but this time maybe about 15 yards farther downfield. 12 minutes, 51 seconds to go according to my watch. Current score, 2-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers against the Douglas Bearcats. Whistles in favor of Douglas. They'll take a free kick about 15 yards out from the box of the Tigers. Lander 3 blockers. They'll take the shot. Goes into the box, meets the calf of McLean Hellier. Gets booted out then by Wheeler just before center circle. Meeting up with the ball is Sam Welsh. Swiping that out of his path was Camden Dalla of the Bearcats. That goes out on the far side. Donahue from the touchline. Douglas senses danger in the wing, sends it out of bounds. Joe Hellier scoping it out for a minute, tosses in. Makes it pretty close to, if not inside of the box. That goes back out of bounds. This time tossing into Donahue. He'll drop back to Joe Hellier. Lander taking their time to make good passes. Loham's going to send to the near wing on Douglas' side of the field. Reed trying to make a semicircle. That'll go out. Substitution for the Bearcats. Coming into play, we see Tim Laley. I believe that was for Moore. The goal kick taken out by Douglas. That'll go to center circle. Loham will send it right over to Hamilton. Moving left to right on your radio dial. Sam Welsh forward, goes inside the box. Thiel there with a sliding save as Parker Reed, excuse me. Talking like Elmer Fudd there for a second. Parker Reed was sliding in trying to make a shot and no good. Some back and forth play. We'll take the ball to just outside the box. Coming forward to narrow down the angles was Thiel. Hellier on the far side, out on Douglas. Substitutions for the Tigers. Coming into play, we have Gus Mosman and Silas Wheeler. Looks like that drops Joe Hellier back to a more defensive angle. Douglas from the touchline. Must have been a miscommunication there for a moment. Out on Lander, bringing it back into play is Hughes. Hughes tosses into another Bearcat. Skeen lobs forward. Cody Elliott there to meet it, just after the 6. He'll jog it out to the edge of the box. Gives it a toss this time. Reed rushes forward, gets a little bit of an extra bounce. He'll take control back at center. Sends forward to Welsh. Welsh will get caught up. He'll send that forward, no one there to meet it. Douglas will boot it over to their goalie. It rolls off of his ankle, and the shot on goal is still a danger. Silas Wheeler that time getting it out from inside the goalie, but 2 other defenders there in front of the net. Lander putting heavy pressure on the Bearcats when it comes to being behind the 18. Ball's going to go out on Lander's side of the field. It's about 15 yards after the 50. Douglas tosses into the wing. Gets lobbed forward. I believe that came off the foot of Skeen. Cody Elliott's going to toss out. Lander at the 50. Camden Nickel down the side. Able to keep moving forward past 2 members of the Bearcats, now up against Dalla. We'll go forward and out past the end line. Goal kick for the Bearcats. Just over 8 minutes to go in this first half of play. Current score 2-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Tossed in from the halfway point by Hellier. That goes forward to Welsh. Gets taken away by Mason Miller. Douglas trying to make forward progress. Meets up with McLean Hellier at the 50. Goes out of bounds, Douglas ball. We have Mason Miller from the touchline. Threw into Laley. Heavy coverage by the Tigers makes him lob it forward. Looks like a bit of a startle between Callum Wheeler and McLean Hellier. We'll get it figured out. Sends it forward with a lob. Near center circle with Silas Wheeler. Seems like the ball's not moving as freely maybe on the grass field as it has been in previous matches. So last game was against Lyman. We were there. Devin Carr is going to send forward for the Bearcats. Joe Hellier will meet it at the far side. Toss into Mosman. He'll hesitate for a moment, figure out where to send the ball. Goes to center field with Weaver. Weaver will fake out on a pass, move forward. Dribbles into the box. He'll get tripped up. Taken away that time by Carson Ewing. McLean Hellier sends forward to Camden Nickel near the wing. Douglas with the coverage. Camden Nickel able to keep going forward. Now lateral with the goal. Tries to get it set up to Silas Wheeler. Gets cut out by Douglas. Mosman getting caught up with Laley. Throws his hands up in the air going, hold on, it didn't foul him. He'll take a shot on goal, goes up and over the net. That could have been dangerous if it was reined in a little bit more. Goal kick for Douglas. Coming out from Thiel. Thiel? We'll go with Thiel. A swipe away by Hamilton on the near side, just before the 50 in the forward motion of the Bearcats. Ball goes out near the wing, Lander ball. Welsh scoping it out from the touch. Calm breeze coming through the pitch here. Can't say I mind it. The sun is shining. And guess who didn't bring a hat today? Sam will drop that over. Sends it to Parker Reed. Making use of their passes. Loham in the wing. Faced by coverage from the Bearcats. Drops to Reed where it's swiped away by Douglas. Forward motion taken by Luke Skeen. Now past the 50. Callum Wheeler drops to McLean Hellier. Great footwork getting around Jackson Hughes. Lander now moving past the 50. McLean will drop to Hamilton. He'll take it across field to Carter Ayers. Rocking the neon kicks today. They'll get lobbed to the far wing of the Bearcats. Heavy coverage by both teams. Refs will call that clean. Some shoulders met, but nothing too terrible. Substitutions. In for Lander, we see Otis Beeson return to the field, and then Kenai Bergquist in for the Bearcats. Play will resume from the touchline with Joe Hellier. Lander on Douglas's side of the field. Now inside the defensive third with Silas Wheeler. He'll send forward to Mosman, takes a shot on goal, and then it goes up and over the goalpost. No good for the Tigers. Mosman's hungry today, I'm telling you. It's a great way to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. The team traveled down yesterday. I was chatting with the coaches this morning, and I had to wait for the seniors. Side note, a goal kick from Douglas will go out past the sideline, about 20 yards from the 50. But they had to wait for the seniors to finish their practice for graduation. Shot on goal taken by Loham. That was a great move by Thiel. Made a jump to the left of the goal. Was able to palm it out. Quarter kick for Lander. Gus Mosman with the corner kick. He'll take it just left of the goal. Sam Welsh sending it forward, back to the wing with Mosman. Mosman wants to take two. He'll try to make a movement that gets swiped away by Douglas. Kept in bounds with a little flea flicker. That brought back in by Hughes. Beeson past the 50, sends left to Mosman. Mosman chips over to the wing. Near wing with Silas Wheeler. Some back and forth in front of the box of the Bearcats. A sliding tackle will take Silas Wheeler to his knees, but you know what? The refs are a little closer than I am. They'll get lobbed downfield by Douglas. Meets up with McLean Hellier, who'll turn it around. Cody Elliott eagerly waiting in the box. Sam Welsh through center circle, sends forward to Loham. Joe Hellier playing keep away. He'll take it to the sideline. Drops back to Carter Ayers. They'll make an arc motion with their passes. Ball's hanging out with some of the defenders for Lander. Sends forward to Otis Beeson. He gets flipped up and over the knee of Bergquist. No call, but he could have been running a little fast for that too. Silas Wheeler sends to the wing. Loham taking it left. He meets up with Kenai Bergquist. Get it back in possession of the Bearcats. They'll send it out past the side. Hamilton from the closest touch. Sends into Loham. They'll drop back. Lander trying to find an opening. We'll take it to the center with Loham. Tries to move forward, gets swiped away by the Bearcats. Then swiped away again by Welsh from in front of Kenai. They're going to call offsides. That's against Lander. Ball's going to come out from the goalkeep, Craig Thiel. Kick's going to come out to the 50, meeting up with the chest of Loham. Moves it forward, gets swiped away by Douglas. Now moving through center circle. Getting a foot on it is Mosman. Enough to give it back in forward progress for Lander. Gets chipped away from in front of the box. Whistles will mark the half. This is currently a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. We're going to recognize some of our sponsors. We'll recap this first half of play right here with the Wind River Radio Network and WYO Today.
Avoid the rush by scheduling sports physicals now with Lander Medical Clinic. Sports physicals start after May 1st and are an important part of youth wellness exams. Preventative health took a backseat to COVID this past year, and Lander Medical Clinic wants to get teens back in the door for their wellness and sports physicals. Schedule your child's wellness and sports physical exam in May, June, or July by calling 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic.
I'm Sarah Penn. Go Tigers!
I'm Dr. Forbes. Go Tigers!
I'm Nate.
And I'm Billy.
Go Tigers!
Central Wyoming College has the perfect degree to help you learn, grow, advance, and lead. The new Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Organizational Management and Leadership is the perfect degree to earn during a pandemic. There's 3 ways to learn: online learning, virtual learning, and in-person learning. Whether you have some credits or no credits, you can earn a bachelor's degree at CWC and have the competitive edge for employment. Go to www.cwc.edu/leadtheway.
Does your car seem like it's feeling a little under the weather? Doesn't have that same get up and go or struggles to start in the mornings? Visit Lander Napa at 391 Main Street. Rick and the crew will help you get that car feeling brand new. They know the right parts and have the experience and Napa know-how to set you up for success on your repair job. So come see Rick and the team at 391 Main Street in Lander. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 5, and Sunday, 10 to 3. Lander Napa. Man, I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good, and I don't feel like cooking.
Let's go to Melino Italian Bistro. I've been dying to try their house-made pastas, spaghetti, linguine, fettuccine.
Okay, I'm in.
Ooh, and their chicken parmesan with zucchini noodles, seared beef tenderloin.
You had me at...
White truffle risotto, crab dip.
Sounds good, let's
truffle fries, calamari. Hey, where are you going?
To Melino. Are you coming or what? Melino Italian Bistro. Sophisticated yet relaxed. Handmade fresh daily. 129 Main Street, Lander. Get a free appetizer with a dinner order for two, Tuesday through Thursdays, now through April 8th.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Lander Labs is here to keep our Wyoming community strong. With the power of true science and innovative testing, Lander Labs can help you navigate COVID-19 in several ways. COVID tests are available to anyone. Travel tests are available and can give you the results same day or in up to 48 hours. If you can't afford a test, Lander Labs received a grant from the Lander Community Foundation offering free testing to those who qualify. After you get your COVID shot, antibody tests can be used to ensure your vaccine is protecting you the way it was intended.
Lander Labs, keeping Wyoming strong.
Attending college at Central Wyoming College's Alpine Science Institute is the perfect place to be during a pandemic. You can live in a cabin and be socially distanced in the beautiful foothills of the Wind River Mountains. The Alpine Science Institute is a multi-use educational and recreational center for degrees in outdoor education, outdoor recreation, environmental science, anthropology, and expedition science. Don't let a pandemic stop you from pursuing a degree that is full of adventure. Go to www.cwc.edu/alpinescience and make your way.
Central Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Lander Valley Soccer. With 3 branches in Fremont County, their mission is to help develop Wyoming communities with Wyoming values. From opening your first checking account to taking out a loan for a new business venture, Central Bank and Trust is your local bank and lender. Central Bank and Trust brings top-of-the-line technologies to their customers with chipped debit cards, mobile deposit, QuickBooks integration for businesses, online bill pay, and more. Central Bank and Trust. It's more than a bank, it's a community. Visit centralbankandtrust.com. Good luck and go Tigers.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, car, or business, you can count on Mountain West Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. You deserve a local agent who is dedicated to helping you with all of your insurance needs. And that's what you'll get with Jake Hunke, your local Farm Bureau agent. Jake Hunke offers the quality products and services you're looking for. Visit his new location at 450 Main Street in Lander or call 307-332-3295 and discover the advantages of working with a local agent. Trust experience. Trust Farm Bureau.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When you're looking for a great deal on a new or used car or truck, think Fremont Toyota. Shop over 1,000 vehicles from 12 manufacturers you know and love. Plus, they give you their best price up front, so you can be sure you're getting the best deal possible. And their state-of-the-art service facilities and expert technicians come with their 1-year hassle-free maintenance plan with all new vehicles. Fremont Toyota. They're your friends and neighbors and proud to sponsor Lander Valley High School Soccer. 103 Fremont Way in Lander. Visit FremontToyotaLander.com. Go Tigers!
Looking to get back in the game this year? Avoid the rush by scheduling sports physicals now with Lander Medical Clinic. Sports physicals start after May 1st and are an important part of youth wellness exams. Preventative health took a backseat to COVID this past year, and Lander Medical Clinic wants to get teens back in the door for their wellness and sports physicals. Schedule your child's wellness and sports physical exam in May, June, or July by calling 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic.
I'm Sarah Penn. Go Tigers!
I'm Dr. Forbes. Go Tigers!
I'm Nate.
And I'm Billy.
Go Tigers!
And we're back in Cheyenne with state soccer. Current score 2-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. We're here at, I'm trying to remember which park it is now. There's several parks we can be playing at. So let me go back to the bracket really quick. All right, taking a look. We are currently at North Cheyenne Community Park. If you haven't gotten here yet, I suggest you come on down, folks. If you cannot, we will have these broadcasts here live on the Wind River Radio Network. Not our full streaming capabilities, as you know. We talked about this in prior weeks, but there was an out-of-state streaming company that has exclusive broadcast rights to this. So no video today, but I will paint a picture with my words today. All right, moving on. We're at the half. Great movement and communication so far by the Lander Valley Tigers. Some amazing shots taken. Mosman, hungry to get in the back of the net again. He's been taking some pretty intense shots, maybe a little too eager. Ended up going a little over the goal, a little too far side of the goal. Sam Welsh also looking for that success yet today. But so far, a great contest. Some hard opposition being met. They have a lot of defenders hanging back with the goal keep for the Douglas Bearcats. Thiel also, nothing to tilt your head at. Doing a good job there. And of course, Cody Elliott on the Lander Valley Tigers team with his amazing capabilities and dependability of keeping the ball out of the back. All right, we're gearing up for this second half of play, folks. I'll get our scoreboard set up here so we can start the time. I want to thank all of our amazing sponsors here for making sure that these broadcasts continue. And if you're a parent and know of someone who might like to sponsor this, we will be doing it again next year. I also am in talks with Lander. I'm looking forward to doing video broadcasting for the volleyball team as well. Oh, side note too, since while I have Lander parents on board, if you have a senior, we will be live streaming graduation on Sunday. I will be there. I will be hooked up to the PA. It'll be a really nice broadcast. So if you have family that cannot attend, because I know at most ceremonies this year tickets are limited, make sure that you tell them to tune in to YO Today. We'll be streaming that live. Play will start, and so will our clock here on the Wind River Radio Network. Forward movement by Douglas. Lander now moving right to left on your radio dial. Or your imaginary screen. Lander keeping it just in front of the box. McLean Hellier goes over to Joe Hellier, keeping it between the brothers. Moves forward to Lohan. Change of direction, taken by Murillo. Lander able to move it to the 50. Sends forward. Coming out past the box is Thiel. Opportunity time for the Tigers. Matisse Weaver moving in. Not able to get a play on it. Gets booted out past the side. That came off the foot of Camden Dalla. Great thinking on his part. That was a dangerous move for the goalkeeper to come about 10 yards in front of the box. Lander back at it. Mosman sending inside the box with Weaver. Meets up with Bergquist. Weaver will go down. Out past the sideline, Lander ball. Nickel from the far side. Tosses in. Goes to Hamilton. They'll move forward. Welsh gives it a back and forth with the dribble. Goes just inside the box. Gets almost scooped away by the foot. That came off of Rin. Douglas able to move forward just before the 50. Sliding tackle attempt by Carter Ayers. Just a little too far. Tigers will drop back to McLean Hellier, who will send it forward to the 50 with Mosman. Mosman on the near side. Goes forward to Carter Ayers. He'll try to take a lateral pass. That gets picked off by Douglas, sent back past the 50. Callum Wheeler there to meet it. He's going to go to the far side of the field. Tries to meet up with Hamilton. ends up in possession of Douglas. Forward movement by Carson Ewing. Callum Wheeler's going to lob that downfield. They'll go into the defensive third. It's going to be Douglas' ball being brought in from Bergquist. I haven't seen a true Wyoming waterfall on a player yet. He's got this long blonde hair, but I have to see a Wyoming waterfall yet. If you don't know what that is, I'm coining that term from sportscaster Eric Polly. It's a mullet. Lander just past the 50, moving it out of the circle. He'll send forward to the wing. Carter Ayers trying to get inside the box, gets boxed out by Douglas. They'll go out past the end line. Lander ball from the corner. Near corner, we have Mosman. Carter Ayers will jog it out just before the box. Mosman lines up. He'll give the kick. Goes to the opposite side of the field. No one's there to meet it. That'll go out of bounds. Bergquist from the touchline. Douglas looking to get some points on the board. Nichols going to toss in from the touch. Goes into Loham. They'll do a back and forth. Gets picked off mid-dribble by Douglas, now moving toward the 50. Douglas goes past the 50. Callum Wheeler tries to swipe. No good. Able to keep control. I believe that's Miller. A lob will go back downfield. Gets headed out by Kenai Bergquist. At the half, I was chatting with Worland Sports broadcaster, and his game will be up next. So if you're in the area, highly suggest to come watch. Worland is a fun team to watch. We have Matisse Weaver at the 50. He'll chip that forward, meeting up with Welsh. Welsh gets inside the box. He sends forward, and it's too far to the left. If that could have been reined in more, it would have been the third point of this broadcast. I got really excited for a second. And I can get excited for both teams in this contest as well. Goal kick's going to come out from Thiel. Nice breeze here at the pitch. Thiel takes it to the right, maybe a little too far right. Mason Miller couldn't meet up with it. Out on Douglas, being brought back in by Carter Ayers. Matisse Weaver near the wing. Crosses into the box. He's going to chip it over to the other side of the box, and that'll go out of bounds. Substitution. In for the Bearcats, we have Trey Rinn on the field. The toss in from Bergquist goes just before the 50. It's going to get swiped from Mosman. Just a little back and forth between the Bearcats. Camden Nickel able to get a foot on it. Douglas progressing, now at the 50. A swipe by Camden Nickel will send the ball out past the far touch line, just in front of the bench, the non-existent bench, for the Lander Tigers. To paint the picture a little bit, there's 3 awnings on the opposite side of the field, one for each team, and one for the refs. Douglas taking their time to read the field. Mid-pass, Lander will take over. Nickel sends to center with Matisse Weaver. He'll take it past the halfway part. Matisse with some opposition. He's going to use his footwork. That'll get picked off, though, coming from Trey Rinn of the Bearcats. Joe Hellier in his yellow cleats send it forward to Sam Welsh. Joe's racing forward into the box. Tries to make a move on it, ends up getting slipped up, goes to the ground, gets back up, kept in bounds, this time by Carter Ayers. Douglas trying to keep tight coverage on the Lander Tigers. Mosman will put pressure on. Douglas tries to get it away, bounces back into possession of Thiel, who will take it and drop kick it out past the 50. Douglas now moving forward. They punched it forward trying to meet up with Hughes. Lander able to get a turn on it. Sends forward. Mosman lobs past the half. Camden Nickel there to meet it at the wing. From the far wing, he turns in. Sends it into the box, meets the chest of Matisse Weaver. Lander putting on pressure. Shot a goal taken and too far and maybe too much power. Looks like he was maybe looking for a foul on that. Nickel will walk it off. Goal kick this time being taken out by another Bearcats member. I believe that comes off of, that one's Carson Ewing. I want to make sure I had the Ewing brothers not confused. There are 3 brothers on this team. Douglas able to get past Joe Hellier. Moves forward. Meets up with Callum Wheeler. With some expert movement, he sends that forward after playing some back and forth. Douglas able to take it back. Now moving along the far side. Bearcats looking to score their first point of the game. 31 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Current score, Lander up 2-0 against the Douglas Bearcats. Sile rushing forward, narrowed down the angles, able to get a foot on it, but he came out of the box, which caused some danger last time that happened. I don't care which team it is. It always freaks me out when a goalie gets a little too far away from the box. Forward movement by the Tigers. Takes it just in front of the circle on the Bearcats side of the field. Bergquist punches that forward. A sliding tackle will trip up Callum Wheeler. Looks like they were both going for the ball. No call. McLean Hellier running to the far wing of the Tigers. Meets up with Douglas. He'll roll that to the side. Lob into the box for Douglas. Now to the near side. Taking it to the wing. Mason Miller trying to make some headway. That'll go out past the end line. Tigers ball. Substitutions in for the Lander Valley Tigers. Returning to the field, if my binoculars want to quit being funky. Looks like Kellen Donahue. We also have Silas Wheeler and Parker Reed. Forget the binoculars. I will tell you what, though. Bringing a baseball cap next game. Elliott will send that right out to the far side. Forward to Donahue. You can tell when a team enters and they've got their own music set up. Mosman sends left to Reed. He'll flick that back to center field. Looks like an offsides call taken. I think Silas Wheeler was behind the last defender on that one. Chance, is that Warland? I was asking the other sports broadcaster. I was like, well, they come in with a boom box, and it was quite funny. Well, you know, sometimes, though, when you're undefeated in the season, you're allowed to be a little extra flashy. Lander from the touchline on their side of the field. Goes into Loham. Loham will flick it forward. Goes up to Welsh. Loham and Welsh get it flicked away by Douglas. Miller giving a run for their money when he's trying to take a swipe as they're trying to set up for a pass. Another offsides call on the Lander Tigers, that time on Parker Reed. Bearcats running with their defenders a little farther forward. I think it's tripping up the Tigers. Free kick taken by Camden Dalla. It's met with a flying knee on the opposite side of the field. Reed able to take over. He'll send forward through center circle, meeting up with Silas Wheeler. Forward motion to Donahue. Getting through the defenders and into the box. Making headway. A shot on goal taken by Silas Wheeler. Goes just right of Thiel, making this a 3-0 ball game here on the Wind River Radio Network. I'll stop our timer here. 28 minutes, 10 seconds to go. The other soccer team at the contest directly after this one has showed up as well. Rollins, you can see Warland in their black and orange and Warland in their white and red. Whistles will get us started again. Douglas drops back. Taking it left was Rinn. Bergquist will give it a lob, going about 40 yards. Goes inside Lander's defensive third. Gets a extra high-powered kick from McLean Hellier, sends it up into the air and out past the end line. Looks like the corner kick for Douglas is going to come in from the far side from Lane Ewing, not to be confused with Carson Ewing or Luke Ewing. Ball's going to bounce off one of the Tigers after it's brought in, go out past the end line, take two. Now, if Lander wins today, which so far looking so good, but I've seen enough sports to not call call anything too soon. They'll face off against Warland tomorrow. Now, we've seen that contest before. It's always a great game, but they are undefeated in the season, so I'm curious to see how they've adjusted in the last, I want to say, 2 weeks since we've talked to Coach Schaff. Some play on Lander's side of the field ends up with Callum Wheeler. Going to send it forward to the near side with Reed, and then to center circle with Welsh. Douglas seeing a similar play coming from Silas Wheeler as what yielded a point last time. They'll boot that out past the side, being brought in by Joe Hellier. Joe Hellier tosses into Welsh. He'll move just in front of the box where it gets a flick by the Bearcats. Lob coming from, looks like that time it was Luke Skeen. We'll take it to the side for the Bearcats. Lander turned it around. Now on the Bearcats side of the field, Zyle comes out from the goal, ends up on the ground. Forward motion by Donahue goes into the goal, a slow roller, taking this to a 4-1 ball game. 4-0 ball game, excuse me. I got a little too excited. It was one of those rolls that you thought maybe someone was going to go for, but it just rolled into the back of the net. Sure that didn't hurt the feelings of Donahue. Now remember, Kellen Donahue, expert with some of these. He's been playing soccer for 10 years. Substitutions in for the Tigers. Got Loham on the field. Looks like Lander's rocking 4 defenders, with Hamilton on the field as well. Reed on the near side, moves forward, sends into Silas Wheeler. Reed's trying to get up, he went to his knees. Sam Welsh with a shot on goal and in the upper right-hand corner. Sam Welsh getting it up. He does a jumping high five with Matisse Weaver. Goes back to center circle. We'll stop the clock. 26 minutes, 5 seconds to go. It's a 5-0 ball game in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Wind's starting to pick up here at the pitch. Both teams at center circle. Douglas will drop back. Getting us started again after the point. That went to Luke Skeen, who until now I didn't realize had his left arm wrapped up. Lander getting, looks like in good shape after some injuries on their side as well. Some concussions now recovered from and looking strong for the start of this tournament. You can still hear Warland jamming their speaker on the opposite side of the field. Matisse Weaver going to take a jumping lob, sends it back into the box. It's palmed by Sile, caught. He'll run it forward to the edge of the box. He'll take a drop kick, goes out past the 50, meets the shoulder of Callum Wheeler. Struggle to see who will take control from there. Douglas sending forward into the box of the Tigers. McLean Hellier there to meet up with it. Takes it to the far wing. Douglas still putting on the pressure. After some back and forth, he gets a well-powered boot from Lander. That'll go out of bounds. Douglas from the touchline sends in. That went into Devin Carr. Gives it an ankle forward. Now Lander ball from the touch. Donahue will give that up to, I believe that's Camden Nickel. And again to Hamilton, just kidding. I think Camden Nickel's up for a substitution on the side. Silas Wheeler gets the toss. Matisse Weaver from in front of Wheeler. They'll get caught up. Wheeler planks it out. Sam Welsh sends forward. Over to Joe Hellier. They'll both take an equal swipe at the ball and end up going down. It'll be white ball in favor of Lander. Substitutions in for the Tigers. We have Carter Ayers back on the field. Ben Hamilton and Loham taking a seat. We also have Camden Nickel back up. Reed near the 50. Sends it to center circle with Carter Ayers. He'll punch that forward, meeting up with Camden Nickel. Just inside the box. He'll take a shot on goal. Too far to the right, no good. Thiel's going to walk it out inside the 6. He gears up for a goal kick. Goal kick goes forward, meets up with Mason Miller. Some play near center field. My apologies on the clock. They actually don't have a clock or a scoreboard here at the field, so we're kind of winging it. I'll probably cross-reference this as well on my phone during the next couple of matches. They'll call a penalty on the Tigers, giving a free kick up to the Bearcats. This is going to come from Mason Miller. He backs up. Hoxaluki on the pitch. He'll run forward, gives it a boot. Looks like he was aiming to get inside the net or just left of it. That'll go out past the end line. Goal kick for the Tigers. So the current time is a well-placed estimate. I'll let you know as we get closer. The next match today will take place at 2 o'clock. I'll pack up and follow the Lady Tigers. They're going to play off against the rival with the Riverton Wolverines. And I cannot wait to call that broadcast. I had a blast last time. As you remember, the last time they faced off, they were able to take a draw and then take home the traveling trophy. Now getting inside the Bearcats box was Lander. Looks like it may have gotten slipped up on the grass. Goes out past the end line. That was great forward motion. Taken, I believe that was by Nickel. Parker Reed will take the corner kick. Sorry, that was Sam Welsh. My apologies. Nice attempt on goal by Sam Welsh. Reed will take it in from the corner. Lobs it to the back of the box. Meets off the body of Carter Ayers. Douglas able to send it forward. Meets up with Jackson Hughes just before the 50. He dribbles forward, past the 50. Nickel gets a foot on it. Carter Ayers will get tripped up. He's still making his way down the sideline. Finally turned around by Callum Wheeler. Dropped back. Douglas back at the far side. Moves into the wing. That'll go out past the end line. Goal kick for Lander, unless they call that out on. Yeah, it'll be a goal kick for Lander. Substitution in for the Bearcats. We see Efren Hernandez on the field. And it did go out on Lander, so it'll be a corner kick for the Bearcats. We'll take it from the far side. They move in. Just before the net, Lander heads it out. Carter Ayers chasing it down. So is Matisse Weaver. Matisse Weaver and McLean Hellier moving it to the side. McLean sends it forward, past the flank, near the wing. It's going to give it a chip right. Silas Wheeler able to get inside the box, but Thiel rushes out, picks up the ball. He'll give it a drop kick at the box. Gets returned by the head of Joe Hellier. Now forward motion by Douglas's Miller. Some back and forth at the 50. Donahue moves forward to Nickel. Nickel will send it across field to the near side, near the wing. Reed there to meet up with it. Gets inside the box, takes a shot on goal, gets palmed away, tries to smear it out. Thyle almost takes a hit to the face off of one of the other Bearcats as he tried to save the ball. That was a close call, but everyone's okay. Welsh sends forward. Looks like Ken Nichols able to keep it in on the sideline. He looked to the ref for guidance. Lander with forward motion inside the defensive third for Douglas. Welsh sends right, meets up with Weaver. He'll try to take it inside the box, gets picked off by Camden Dalla. Donahue now inside the box, shot on goal. Goes off the knees as he drops down of Thyle. Now with Douglas on the near side, heading down the sideline with Mason Miller just past the half. Lander trying to get a swipe mid-dribble. Heavy coverage. Nickel able to get a foot on it. He'll go out past the sideline, Douglas ball. Looks like Reed was talking to the ref, trying to ask about a call. It'll actually be a free kick from the side coming from Mason Miller. Miller takes left, just in front of the 50. Silas Wheeler comes forward trying to meet up with it. Reed will return it to the opposite side of the field. Thyle comes out from the box, gives it a kick, goes high up into the air. Now in possession of Weaver. It's running downfield with a dribble. Able to do a flea flicker back, kept possession of the ball. You know, I was listening to a, offsides. That was an offsides call. Offsides on Lander. It's going to be Douglas ball. I was listening to a podcast on the way to Cheyenne last night, and they were talking about the need for the ability to drop the ball back. And that was something that we just saw with great skill from Weaver. That this had talked about how sometimes teaching kids, rather than to just, wallywop the ball and learn to kick it, that they should also learn to drop it back with the tip of their foot and be able to defend with both feet. So yeah, there we go. That was about 2 hours of my trip yesterday. Some motion in the middle of the field, some back and forth between the two teams. We'll send it down the far sideline. Douglas ball on the left half of the field, which is Douglas's side. Substitutions in for the Tigers. We have Jaden Elliott to the field. Otis Beeson is back. Now, Jaden Elliott is the brother of Cody Elliott, who's the keeper for the Lander Tigers. I know we've been over that before, but just in case, if you're new to the broadcast, welcome. I'm Rusty Wirtz. I'll be following all of the games in this tournament. And if we have two at the same time, we'll deal with it then. Offsides called on Lander. I think Jaden Elliott got a little too excited. Got back past the last defender. Starting it off with the free. Douglas will take a lob that heads over to the opposite side of the field. Meets up in center circle. Otis Beeson trying to get a swipe, gets it taken away by Lane Ewing. Douglas now moving forward, this time with Hughes. He'll take a shot on goal, stopped by Cody Elliott. Callum Wheeler there to back him up after it bounces off. Jaden Elliott now near the near side. He'll get taken out from underneath. That'll be a call from the near ref. Approximately 14-ish minutes to go. That was my apologies on that one. It's an approximate time. I'll let you know when we get a little closer. Current score 5-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers, putting up a tough contest against the Bearcats today. It's going to be Lander from the far touch, this time being brought in by Carter Ayers. It's going to get headed over to the sideline, kept in by Douglas, now at the half. Carter Ayers does it down and back. Looks like he was trying to send it forward to Beeson. That'll go out past the side. Now in from the touch line with Carter. You know, you can't complain about the weather. There's no ominous clouds today. It's a gorgeous day here at the field. Sam Welsh will take a seat. Coming in for him, looks like Blaze Laird joins the field. Welcome to the game for the first time, Blaze Laird. At least today. I have to say it, today. First time today. Toss from the touchline on the far side goes into Weaver. He'll send forward, making it to Connor Ayers. Some great blocks coming from Otis Beeson. Play will take it out past the side. Making it a Douglas ball, this time being brought in by Hernandez. Hernandez tosses in. Goes into Carson Ewing. Lander's going to punch it forward on the far side. Heading up to Connor Ayers. He's going to read the field. Tries to go cross field to Jaden Elliott. Otis Beeson getting a stop at the half and turning it around. A little bit of a push there. That'll go up. I believe that was up against Zachary Bingman. Sends him to the ground. That'll be a free kick for Lander. Taking the free, about, I want to say, 15 to 20 yards from the center line. It's going to be Matisse Weaver. He'll take a well-placed lob, gets headed back by Douglas. Lander able to keep up the pressure. That'll go out of bounds. Jaden Elliott from the touch, sends in. Looks like they're going to have to redo that. There was a substitution. Weaver's going to take a seat. Coming in for him is Mosman. I finally have the hang of what Mosman looks like with a haircut now. Confused me for a moment. I was like, who in the world? Jaden Elliott from the touch. This is near the box on the left side of the field, honing in on the danger zone for the Bearcats. Blaze Laird going to get double teamed. He'll try to play keep away with Douglas. Douglas takes the swipe, drops back, will then send forward, meeting up with Joe Hellier. He'll send it back to Laird. Jaden Elliott setting up, does a flick over to Joe Hellier. He'll take it just in front of the box and shot on goal taken. It was a slow roller, picked up by Thiel of the Bearcats. Current score 5-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Jaden Elliott with back and forth juke. He'll take it to the center with Beeson. Now Mosman is going to take it to the far side, over to Beeson. Sends it to the wing, racing forward is the Tigers trying to catch up. Beeson just to the right of the box. He'll send it out and past the end line. Goal kick for the Douglas Bearcats. They're going to swap out goalkeepers today. We have Cody Elliott taking the seat after a fantastic performance in this first chunk of play. Bennett Hutchinson is now the keeper for the Lander Valley Tigers. And he was also the keeper in the last game, who I couldn't quite figure out who it was. So I chatted with Coach Schaff ahead of time this time. Miller down the side for Douglas. Mosen's going to get a foot on it, send it to Loham. Gets it to Hellier at the side. That'll go off the top of his foot and out of bounds. Breeze is starting to pick up here at the park in Cheyenne. A gorgeous day, a nice field. If the Tigers win this, they will go on to play Worland tomorrow. And remember, later on today we'll be covering the Riverton Lander game with the same play-by-play. Laird takes it to center field for the Tigers, just in front of the circle. Takes it to Carter Ayers, sends forward to Otis Beeson. Mosman inside circle sends a lob to the near sideline. That was an offsides call. Jaden Elliott a little too far, about maybe 2 feet in front of the last defender for the Bearcats. Free kick for Douglas. That'll be sent forward by Dalla. Ends up just past center circle, moving back to Lander. Carter Ayers toward the far side. He'll hook around. He's going to play back and forth where it's swiped by Douglas, taken back again by Lander. That time Beeson sending it forward. Will be called out of bounds, though. Looks like he tried to save it, but couldn't quite get there. It's going to be Kenai Bergquist from the touchline. Taking a seat for Douglas was Jackson Hughes. Bergquist from the side. They'll go out back past the sideline on the far side of the field. Now inside Lander's defensive third from the touch. We'll toss back in. Callum Wheeler able to take control. Tries to send forward, gets a body block, ricochets off, goes back to the 50, out of bounds. Lander ball. This time Carter Ayers from the sideline. He'll toss in. Meets up with Laird. He doesn't go unopposed. He has two on him trying to get coverage. Douglas will nab it away. Mosman able to smuggle it back. He'll take it laterally across the circle. Out past the sideline. Douglas ball. Mason Miller's going to bring it in from the touchline. You know, okay, he might have the Wyoming waterfall. I'm just saying. We talked about that earlier with this broadcast. Lander meeting it up in their near wing. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be Loham tossing in. Goes forward to Jaden Elliott. He works down the side. Meets up with Miller. Well, he'll send it out of bounds. Joe Hellier looking to bring this back into play. Tosses into Beeson. Dances along the sideline. Drops back to Joe Hellier. He'll take it just a bit to the right to Loham. Across field to Carter Ayers. And along the far side, doing a U-shaped pass. We'll drop back to the middle where Callum Wheeler will send a giant lob to the opposite side of the field. Looks like Carter Ayers got caught up on the far side. Hits the turf. Not turf, grass. Sorry. Some back and forth play between these two teams. Staying in the center of the field, Loham will work it to the side with Joe Hellier. Forward to Jaden Elliott. A drop back to Joe Hellier. Takes him into the wing. Punches it right. Gets into the danger zone, but there's plenty of Bearcats there to meet the Tigers. No good. 5-0 in favor of the Tigers in this broadcast. Each team only playing one game a day. On the far side of the field, while these two teams go back and forth, you can see Warland starting to warm up, as well as Rollins. Lander back in center circle. Forward motion by Otis Beeson. They'll get turned around. Movement being taken by Hughes. It'll be Joe Hellier from the sideline. He's on Lander's side of the field, moving from right to left. He tosses in. Collision between Jaden Elliott and Douglas's Carson Ewing. It's called clean. There's a foul taken. I'm assuming between the same two. Looks like that will be... oh, no, might have been an offsides. Just kidding. I think he had gotten maybe a shoulder in front of him as he was trying to get past Miller. Free kick taken by Douglas. Sent back past center field into Lander's territory. A lob will go back to middle. Taken over by Carter Ayers. Beeson sends right. Now to the far sideline. Lander making use of their triangle pass. Connor Ayers at the far side, playing keep away. That was up against Bergquist. Bergquist will take control. Gives it a chip. Carter Ayers there to return the favor. Goes out past the 50. Bounces off the head of Connor Ayers and goes forward. A lot of movement back and forth at center field for these two teams. Current score 5-0 in favor of the Lander Valley High School Tigers. Douglas trying to make headway. Now getting inside the box. Gets turned around by Hellier. Back to Douglas. Hellier racing forward, trying to put on the pressure. That'll go out past the sideline. Lander ball. Joe Hellier tosses in. Excuse me. Joe Hellier from the side. Looks like the ref will actually call it Douglas ball. And substitutions in for Douglas as well. To the field we see, I think that's Justin Wilkinson. Miller from the touchline opts to go back to the 50 from their position. Sends forward, Blaze Laird, gonna take it to Joe Hellier. Joe Hellier will drop back, and then being sent forward by Loham. Jaden Elliott, at the 50, going forward to Connor Ayers. Lander making headway, making sure to keep the precise passes up. Bingman will get caught up with Douglas. They'll get dropped back and then booted away. That came off of Camden Dalla. See the ref looking at his watch, which means I think we're close. If you remember, I stopped the clock, and then I thought I hit start, and maybe I did not, but I'll try to cross-reference that in future games, just so you know. They do not have a scoreboard or a clock up here at the pitch, so we're kind of winging it, but I do know that it's 5-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Now on the far side with Carter Ayers, gets booted out. It's going to be Lander from the touchline, opts to drop back to Callum Wheeler. Wheeler's going to work his way forward to midfield. Tries to take it left over to Jaden Elliott. Gets picked off by Mason Miller. Miller now at the 50. Blaze Laird giving him coverage. That'll go out past the side. From the near side at the 50, we have Carson Ewing, who tosses in. Jaden Elliott tries to go downside. Drops back to Joe Hellier. Meets up with Loham. He sends forward, moving past the 50 with Blaze Laird. Blaze will punch it forward further, going in with Connor Ayers. He meets coverage, takes a shot on goal, too far to the right. He'll pat the grass, going, shucks. Maybe different words. Coming in from the bench, we have Kellen Donahue coming in for Jaden Elliott. Now, in the survey of things I asked the students, it was, what was your favorite sports memory? And Donahue had answered that it was winning his club state championship when he was 10 years old. He also has academic letters. He lettered in basketball, FFA, and FBLA. Douglas trying to get inside the box. It's going to get sent in and caught by the new keeper for Lander, Hutchinson, there to clear the ball. Lander dancing around midfield. Now at the halfway point with Bingman. He'll go to Beeson. Now to center circle. Gus Mosman sends forward to Blaze Laird. He'll read the field, sends forward to Donahue. It'll roll inside the box. Gets caught by the keeper for Douglas. They'll send right to Miller. It's Miller up against Joe Hellier. Blaze Laird tries to get a flick on it, goes back to Miller. Miller now past the 50 and center circle, inside the defensive third for the Tigers. They'll go out past the sideline on the far side of the field. Gets tossed in by the Bearcats. Rolls back to Bergquist. He opts to lob forward just in front of the box of the Tigers. And whistles will mark the end of this game. was kind of sort of close with with the clock. That will take us to a final score of 5-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Great match by both teams. Bearcats had some good points this match as well. We'll talk about all of that in the post-game show right here with the Wind River Radio Network in Wyo today. I'm Rusty Wirtz. We'll have Coach Schaff on the post-game show as well right here in Cheyenne from State Soccer.
Central Wyoming College has the perfect degree to help you learn, grow, advance, and lead. The new Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Organizational Management and Leadership is the perfect degree to earn during a pandemic. There's 3 ways to learn: online learning, virtual learning, and in-person learning. Whether you have some credits or no credits, you can earn a bachelor's degree at CWC and have the competitive edge for employment. Go to www.cwc.edu/leadtheway.
Does your car seem like it's feeling a little under the weather? Doesn't have that same get up and go or struggles to start in the mornings? Visit Lander Napa at 391 Main Street. Rick and the crew will help you get that car feeling brand new. They know the right parts and have the experience and Napa know-how to set you up for success on your repair job. So come see Rick and the team at 391 Main Street in Lander. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 5, and Sunday, 10 to 3. Lander Napa. Man, I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good, and I don't feel like cooking.
Let's go to Melino Italian Bistro. I've been dying to try their house-made pastas, spaghetti, linguine, fettuccine.
Okay, I'm in.
Ooh, and their chicken parmesan with zucchini noodles, seared beef tenderloin.
You had me at...
White truffle risotto, crab dip.
Sounds good, let's go.
Truffle fries, calamari. Hey, where are you going?
To Melino. Are you coming or what? Melino Italian Bistro. Sophisticated yet relaxed. Handmade fresh daily. 129 Main Street, Lander. Get a free appetizer with a dinner order for 2 Tuesday through Thursdays now through April 8th.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Lander Labs is here to keep our Wyoming community strong. With the power of true science and innovative testing, Lander Labs can help you navigate COVID-19 in several ways. COVID tests are available to anyone. Travel tests are available and can give you the results same day or in up to 48 hours. If you can't afford a test, Lander Labs received a grant from the Lander Community Foundation offering free testing to those who qualify. After you get your COVID shot, antibody tests can be used to ensure your vaccine is protecting you the way it was intended.
Lander Labs, keeping Wyoming strong.
Attending college at Central Wyoming College's Alpine Science Institute is the perfect place to be during a pandemic. You can live in a cabin and be socially distanced in the beautiful foothills of the Wind River Mountains. The Alpine Science Institute is a multi-use educational and recreational center for degrees in outdoor education, outdoor recreation, environmental science, anthropology, and expedition science. Don't let a pandemic stop you from pursuing a degree that is full of adventure. Go to www.cwc.edu/alpinescience and make your way.
Central Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Lander Valley Soccer. With 3 branches in Fremont County, their mission is to help develop Wyoming communities with Wyoming values. From opening your first checking account to taking out a loan for a new business venture, Central Bank and Trust is your local bank and lender. Central Bank and Trust brings top-of-the-line technologies to their customers with chipped debit cards, mobile deposit, QuickBooks integration for businesses, online bill pay, and more. Central Bank and Trust. It's more than a bank, it's a community. Visit centralbankandtrust.com. Good luck and go Tigers.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, car, or business, you can count on Mountain West Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. You deserve a local agent who is dedicated to helping you with all of your insurance needs. And that's what you'll get with Jake Hunke, your local Farm Bureau agent. Jake Hunke offers the quality products and services you're looking for. Visit his new location at 450 Main Street in Lander or call 307-332-3295 and discover the advantages of working with a local agent. Trust experience. Trust Farm Bureau.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When you're looking for a great deal on a new or used car or truck, think Fremont Toyota. Shop over 1,000 vehicles from 12 manufacturers you know and love. Plus, they give you their best price up front, so you can be sure you're getting the best deal possible. And their state-of-the-art service facilities and expert technicians come with their 1-year hassle-free maintenance plan with all new vehicles. Fremont Toyota, they're your friends and neighbors and proud to sponsor Lander Valley High School soccer. 103 Fremont Way in Lander. Visit FremontToyotaLander.com. Go Tigers!
Looking to get back in the game this year? Avoid the rush by scheduling sports physicals now at Lander Medical Clinic. Sports physicals start after May 1st and are an important part of youth wellness exams. Preventative health took a backseat to COVID this past year, and Lander Medical Clinic wants to get teens back in the door for their wellness and sports physicals. Schedule your child's wellness and sports physical exam in May, June, or July by calling 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic.
I'm Sarah Penn. Go Tigers!
I'm Dr. Forbes. Go Tigers!
I'm Nate.
And I'm Billy.
Go Tigers!
Central Wyoming College has the perfect degree to help you learn, grow, advance, and lead. The new Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Organizational Management and Leadership is the perfect degree to earn during a pandemic. There's 3 ways to learn: online learning, virtual learning, and in-person learning. Whether you have some credits or no credits, you can earn a bachelor's degree at CWC and have the competitive edge for employment. Go to www.cwc.edu/leadtheway.
Does your car seem like it's feeling a little under the weather? Doesn't have that same get up and go or struggles to start in the mornings? Visit Lander Napa at 391 Main Street. Rick and the crew will help you get that car feeling brand new. They know the right parts and have the experience and Napa know-how to set you up for success on your repair job. So come see Rick and the team at 391 Main Street in Lander. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 5, and Sunday, 10 to 3. Lander Napa. Man, I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good, and I don't feel like cooking.
Let's go to Melino Italian Bistro. I've been dying to try their house-made pastas, spaghetti, linguine, fettuccine.
Okay, I'm in.
Ooh, and their chicken parmesan with zucchini noodles, seared beef tenderloin,
You had me at...
white truffle risotto, crab dip,
Sounds good, let's
truffle fries, calamari. Hey, where are you going?
to Melino. Are you coming or what? Melino Italian Bistro. Sophisticated yet relaxed. Handmade fresh daily. 129 Main Street, Lander. Get a free appetizer with a dinner order for 2 Tuesday through Thursdays now through April 8th.
Welcome to the post-game show here with Wind River Radio Network in Wyo today. Here with Coach Schaaf. Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you. It's nice. It's a nice feeling to get a move on in the state tournament and play the next day for something that means something. So
absolutely. And this was the first time you faced against Douglas. So how did that go for you so far?
They had a couple kids that were really dangerous, and they were kind of windy.
It is a little windy. That's right.
So we had to make some adjustments on them and take them out of the game by marking them up a little harder.
Yeah.
They got some good athletes. Obviously, we're able to control a little bit, but
right.
That's a great young team. They're young. They're going to be tough to beat in a couple of years.
And great placement by the Tigers as far as where they were shooting in the goal. A lot of high and rights. You saw that from Mosman. You saw that from Welsh.
Yeah.
And is there anything you would like to talk with them about before next game?
No, we just got to come out a little more aggressive against Worland. We got to push that attack early. And
right.
Last game we played them, we played a little bit on our heels. We got to we got to come out and play offensively and put the pressure on them a little bit. So hopefully we can keep them honest, keep them pressure on. So
Absolutely, and of course, as always, great work done by the keeper, Cody Elliott. He's dependable.
Yeah, he's pretty solid back there, and it's nice. He's a sophomore. He's got stuff to work on, but he's growing every day, so it's fun. So
Perfect.
It's good experience for him.
All right, so we're excited to watch you play up against Worland tomorrow.
Yep.
What are your guys' plans for the rest of the day?
We got the girls' game at 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to watch this one a little bit, and then we've got a kind of a team dinner tonight. So we'll go to get some of that stuff done. Just kind of relax and try to recover and push the fluids and make sure we're ready for the heat tomorrow.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for checking in with us,
All
and
right.
we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach Schaaf. Folks, that's it for the post-game show here on Wind River Radio Network. We'll be back to our, regularly scheduled programming here in a minute. I'm going to watch a bit of this Worland game. We will be here live for the Riverton versus Lander State Championship face-off with the girls at 2 o'clock. Okay, we will be here live. I'll probably start about 10 minutes beforehand. I'm going to pack up, figure out where I'm going at the next high school, and we'll be back. All in all, a great win for the Lander Valley Tigers, 5-0 against the Douglas Bearcats. That's it for this broadcast. Thanks, I'm Rusty Words from Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's State Soccer.
The Maven B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconig prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated